Hey, I want to share something with you today that most men over 50 never hear from their doctor. And honestly, after more than 25 years of practicing medicine, I'm a little embarrassed that it took me so long to start talking about it openly with my patients. Here's what I know for sure. Your best performance tomorrow, the energy, the focus, the drive, it doesn't start when you wake up. It starts tonight. Not with a pill, not with some complicated workout routine at 5 a.m. It starts with a single glass of something simple, warm, and surprisingly powerful that you drink before you go to bed. I'm Dr. Chloe Bennett, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to walk you through a bedtime drink that has been quietly changing the way older men wake up every single morning. Stronger, sharper, and a whole lot more confident. We're going to talk about why it works, what's actually in it, how to make it, and because I know a lot of you have been asking whether it's safe if you have diabetes, kidney issues, or food sensitivities. I'm going to cover all of that today, so stay with me because by the end of this video, you're going to have everything you need to start tonight. Now, if you're over 50, I want you to think about your mornings for a second. Be honest with yourself. Do you wake up feeling genuinely rested? Or do you drag yourself out of bed, your joints stiff, your mind foggy, your motivation somewhere at the bottom of a coffee cup? You feel like you need 2 hours just to feel like a functioning human being, and even then you're not really running at full speed. I hear this all the time from my patients. Men come into my office and they say, Dr. Bennett, I'm sleeping 7-8 hours a night. Why am I still exhausted? And I get it. It's frustrating. You're doing everything you think you're supposed to do, and your body still isn't cooperating. Here's what I tell them, and here's what I want to tell all of you right now. The problem isn't just how many hours you sleep. The problem is the quality of what's happening inside your body while you sleep. And after 50, that changes dramatically in ways that most doctors just don't take the time to explain. So let me explain it to you right now because you deserve to understand what's actually going on. When you fall asleep at night, your body kicks into this incredible repair mode. The window between roughly 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. is when the most important biological work happens. Your pituitary gland releases growth hormone. Your cells repair themselves. And critically, for you men out there, your testosterone production ramps back up. That's right. Testosterone, the hormone that drives your energy, your mood, your focus, your strength, your confidence, it's primarily produced during sleep. But here's the catch, and this is the part nobody talks about. All of that repair work, all of that hormone production, it only happens efficiently if you're getting deep, quality sleep. Not just any sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, the kind where your body can actually do its job. And most men over 50 are not getting it, not even close. Now here's a fact that genuinely surprises my patients every time I bring it up. According to the National Sleep Foundation, even mild dehydration at bedtime, and I mean mild, we're not talking about being dangerously thirsty, can reduce your deep sleep by up to 20%. 20%. That's huge. That's enough to leave you waking up groggy, weak, mentally slow, and wondering why you feel like you got hit by a truck when you technically slept a full night. Think about your typical evening routine. You have dinner, maybe you watch some TV, and you go to bed. When's the last time you had something to drink in that window between dinner and bedtime? Most people I talk to, they stop drinking fluids a couple hours before bed to avoid getting up in the middle of the night. I totally understand that. But the downside is you're going into your most important recovery window already slightly dehydrated, and your body pays for it. Now add to that another layer. Testosterone production. And this is something I really want you guys to remember. It depends heavily on two specific minerals, magnesium and potassium. These two are absolutely critical for your body to produce testosterone efficiently during sleep. And here's the kicker. After 50, your body's ability to absorb magnesium from food starts to decline significantly. So even if you're eating reasonably well, you might still be running low on the very minerals your body needs most at night. What does low magnesium look like? Muscle cramps that wake you up at night. Trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. Fatigue that doesn't go away no matter how much rest you get. Sound familiar? I thought it might. So let's connect the dots here. You're going to bed slightly dehydrated. You're low on magnesium and potassium. Your body can't get into the deep sleep it needs. Hormone production gets disrupted, and you wake up the next morning feeling like a shell of yourself. Low energy, low drive, low confidence. And then you tell yourself, Well, I guess this is just what getting older feels like. No, absolutely not. I've been doing this for over 25 years, and I promise you that is not inevitable. Your body can do so much better than that if you give it what it needs at the right time. And that's exactly what this drink does. All right, here's what you've been waiting for. I'm going to give you the full recipe right now, and then I'm going to walk you through exactly how to make it step by step, so there's zero confusion. This is called the Banana Almond Sleep Tonic. It's 4 ingredients, 5 if you want, and you probably already have most of them in your kitchen. Here's what you need. 1 small ripe banana. And I do mean ripe. We're talking yellow with a few brown spots, not green. The riper the banana, the higher the magnesium and potassium content, and the more natural sugar it has to gently support serotonin production later in the evening. Bananas are one of the most underrated sleep foods out there, and they're incredibly affordable. You can grab a whole bunch for $1 or $2 at any grocery store. 1 cup of warm almond milk, not hot, not cold, warm, like the temperature of a comfortable bath. Almond milk contains tryptophan, which is an amino acid your body uses to produce melatonin and serotonin, your natural sleep and feel-good chemicals. Warming it up matters because the warmth itself has a calming effect on your nervous system. It signals to your body that it's time to wind down. A pinch of cinnamon. Just a pinch, sprinkled on top or blended in. Cinnamon helps stabilize your blood sugar levels overnight, which is important because blood sugar spikes and crashes during the night are one of the sneaky reasons people wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. and can't get back to sleep. It also improves circulation. So yeah, tiny ingredient, big job. Optional, but really nice. 1 to 2 teaspoons of raw honey. Not the processed stuff in the bear-shaped bottle. Raw honey, which you can find at Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, most health food stores, or honestly even at your local farmer's market. Raw honey gently nudges your serotonin levels up, which helps your brain and body shift into a calm, relaxed state before sleep. It's also slightly antibacterial and has been used as a natural remedy for centuries. Now let me show you exactly how to make this step by step, so there's no guesswork. Step 1. Grab a blender. Put your ripe banana in. Just break it up with your hands into a few pieces. Add your 1 cup of warm almond milk. Toss in your pinch of cinnamon. If you're using honey, add that in now too. Step 2. Blend it for about 30 seconds. You want it smooth and creamy, like a milkshake consistency, no chunks. Step 3. Pour it into a mug or a glass of whatever feels cozy to you, and drink it about 30 to 45 minutes before you go to bed. That timing window is important. It gives the tryptophan in the almond milk enough time to start converting to melatonin, and it gives your digestive system a little time to absorb the magnesium and potassium from the banana before your body needs them during deep sleep. That's it. Seriously, that's the whole thing. The warmth calms your nervous system. The banana relaxes your muscles and floods your body with the minerals it needs for hormone production. The almond milk sets the stage for deeper, more restful sleep. And together, they create the exact conditions your body needs to do its best repair work overnight. Now, I promised at the beginning of this video that I was going to address the medical side of this, because I've gotten a lot of questions, and I know a lot of you watching have diabetes, or kidney disease, or food allergies, and you need real answers, not a generic talk to your doctor. So let me break this down. For people with diabetes or blood sugar concerns, the banana and honey in this tonic do contain natural sugars. For most people, this is not a problem because the fiber in the banana and the fat in the almond milk slow the sugar absorption significantly. However, if you're managing type 1 or type 2 diabetes, especially if you're on insulin or blood sugar medications, you need to pay attention to portion size and timing. I would suggest starting with half a banana and skipping the honey entirely and checking your blood sugar response. Everyone's different. If you're not sure how your body will react, check your numbers 30 minutes after drinking it for the first few nights. And yes, please loop in your doctor or your endocrinologist if you have any doubts. I say this not to be dismissive, but because your medication doses may need adjusting if you're consistently adding carbohydrates before bed. And that's a conversation worth having. For people with kidney disease or chronic kidney disease, this one I want to be especially careful about because potassium management is critical for people with kidney issues. Bananas are high in potassium, which is normally a great thing, but if your kidneys aren't filtering properly, high potassium foods can actually be dangerous. If you have stage 3 or higher CKD, or if your doctor has ever told you to watch your potassium intake, please do not add this tonic to your routine without consulting your nephrologist first. I'm serious about this one. You may need a modified version, perhaps without the banana, and your doctor can help you figure out what works safely for your specific situation. For people with food intolerances or nut allergies, if you're allergic to tree nuts, almond milk is obviously off the table. But here's the good news. You can substitute oat milk, which is widely available now at pretty much every grocery store in America, from Walmart to Whole Foods. Oat milk also contains some tryptophan, though slightly less than almond milk. It's a very solid swap. If you have a banana sensitivity, which is rare but does exist, you can try a small amount of pumpkin seeds blended in instead, as pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium and tryptophan out there. So there you go. Real answers for real situations, because you deserve actual medical guidance, not just a recipe. Now let me tell you about one of my patients. His name is Robert. He's 64, retired engineer, lives outside of Denver. Great guy, sharp as a tack, but he came to me about a year and a half ago absolutely worn down. Constant morning fatigue. He said he felt like he was running on 40% every day. He was sleeping 7 or 8 hours a night and still dragging. His wife was frustrated, he was frustrated, and honestly, he was starting to get a little down about it. We went through his whole routine, and one of the things that stood out to me immediately was his evening habits. He'd have dinner around 6 p.m., have maybe a small glass of water with his evening medications around 8, and then nothing. He'd watch TV until about 10:30, then go to bed. He was going into his most important recovery hours mildly dehydrated and with essentially zero nutritional support for his body overnight. I introduced him to this tonic, told him to try it every night for 2 weeks before he gave me a verdict. He called me, didn't even wait for his next appointment, just called the office, about 10 days in. Said he was waking up differently, not dramatically, not overnight, but noticeably. More rested, mind clearer in the mornings. Getting out of bed felt less like a battle. After 4 weeks, he told me his energy throughout the day had improved, his mood was better, and he felt more like himself than he had in years. No new medications, no supplements, just a better timed, better targeted nutritional habit before bed. Robert's story isn't unique. I've introduced this tonic to dozens of male patients in their 50s, 60s, and 70s over the past couple of years, and the consistent theme is always the same. Better sleep, more energy in the morning, and an overall sense of feeling more vital and confident. That's what consistently getting deep, hormonally supported sleep does for your body. And look, I want to be real with you for a second. This tonic is not magic. It is not going to fix a serious hormonal disorder or replace medical treatment for a sleep condition. If you snore loudly, if you've been told you stop breathing at night, please go get checked for sleep apnea. That's a whole different conversation and a medical one. But for the vast majority of men over 50 who are just not giving their bodies the right nutritional support before bed, this is a genuinely impactful change you can make starting tonight. Let me also say this, because people sometimes ask me, what if I just take a magnesium supplement instead? And my answer is yes, magnesium supplements can be helpful, and there's good evidence for magnesium glycinate specifically for sleep. But whole foods deliver nutrients in a matrix that your body absorbs and uses differently than isolated supplements. The combination of potassium, magnesium, tryptophan, and natural sugars working together in this drink creates a synergistic effect that you don't necessarily get from popping a pill. Plus, the warm liquid ritual itself has a powerful psychological and neurological wind-down effect. There's real science behind why a warm beverage before bed helps you relax. So I'd say do both if you want, but don't skip the tonic in favor of just a pill. Here's a quick recap of everything we covered today because I want to make sure you leave with the full picture. After 50, your body's ability to get deep restorative sleep starts working against you, unless you actively support it. The main culprits are mild nighttime dehydration and insufficient magnesium and potassium, both of which directly undermine your testosterone production, sleep quality, and morning energy levels. The Banana Almond Sleep Tonic addresses all of that naturally and deliciously. 1 ripe banana, 1 cup of warm almond milk, a pinch of cinnamon, and optional raw honey. Blend it up, drink it 30 to 45 minutes before bed, and give your body what it actually needs to do its job while you sleep. If you have diabetes, start with half a banana, skip the honey, and monitor your blood sugar. If you have kidney disease, check with your nephrologist before adding high potassium foods. If you have a nut allergy, swap to oat milk. Real answers for real situations. Always. And the most important thing? Consistency. One night isn't going to transform you. But 2 weeks of this as a nightly habit, most of my patients start noticing real changes within 7 to 14 days. Give it a fair shot. I'd love to hear from all of you. What does your current bedtime routine look like? Are you already doing something intentional before bed? Or are you just kind of falling asleep on the couch watching late night TV? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely read them, and your questions help me decide what topics to cover next. That question about contraindications for diabetes and kidney disease, that came directly from the comments on my last video. And look, here we are talking about it. If this was helpful to you, please give this video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I post new content every week focused specifically on men's health and vitality after 50, because there is so much information out there that nobody's giving you straight, and that's exactly what I'm here to do. Remember this, it is never too late to wake up feeling like yourself again. Your body is not done with you. Give it the right support at the right time, and it will show up for you. I promise, take care of yourself tonight. I'll see you in the next one.